Hey, welcome back to Morning Coffee. I'm your host, John Douglas Rainey, and I've got with me a wonderful guest who's doing some great things for mothers out there. I'm here with Tejal V. Patel, and she's a former divorce attorney turned mindfulness advocate for moms and kids. She's a mindful mama coach, kids in Kundalini yoga and meditation, and the founder of the online training program, the Mindful Mama Experience. Now, her course is specifically designed to help moms become more present, patient, and peaceful by infusing a consistent 5-minute mindfulness and meditation practice into their busy schedule. Tejal, how you doing?
Hi, John.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
What a fantastic thing that you're doing, because it is so challenging to be a mother, and God bless all the mothers out there. And I'm a proud grandparent, I was telling you, but grandparents, we can't be there to help out. Mothers have to do a lot on their own, as all parents do, but it's great to have a way to help them center themselves and get some help. So I got some questions I want to ask you, because I'm really curious that you were a divorce attorney, and then now you're a mindfulness advocate for kids. Can you tell us a little bit about how you made this path?
Absolutely. One of the key foundations, or the common thread through my career, because I could never have imagined to be, as a little girl, I'm going to be a mindfulness and meditation teacher. That did not come into my repertoire. But as a divorce attorney, I specialize in all out-of-court divorces.
Okay.
So I did divorce mediation and collaborative divorce. And I always had this common thread that I needed to be the voice for children, to be this advocate. And a lot of that stemmed from my own personal experience. I started suffering from anxiety and stress and low self-esteem at the age of 4. And a lot of that had to do with the tension and the surroundings around me.
Your home environment?
My home environment. At school, I felt uncomfortable. I felt different. And I understood in some weird way that when my divorcing clients were in front of me, the tension that I was experiencing just being in front of them as their attorney, what were their children experiencing at home? And I would go to sleep thinking about that.
Right.
And I knew it because I was that child growing up, feeling tension, feeling that anxiety, and you carry that with you throughout your life.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't just go away when you leave the house. You're absolutely right.
Exactly. And so a lot of me at 28, being a divorce attorney, all the emotions that I had kind of pushed away from my childhood started to resurface. And being around divorcing clients and the tension, and my parents aren't divorced, it's just that they experienced a lot of anger and tension. It started to awaken these wounds inside of me, panic attacks, anxiety, stress. And I knew that I needed to do something to help me in my personal life.
Right.
Interestingly enough, when I was 4 years old, the first time that I ever was taught to meditate was from my dad.
Really? Okay.
My dad showed me, and I remember we were sitting, and could you imagine a 4-year-old being like, what are you doing? He's like, sit down, there's like this candle there, and we were sitting, and I'm like, so what do you want me to do? And he's like, you're going to close your eyes, you're going to try to picture it in your mind. And of course I tried it, and then I like peeked open. I was like, is his eyes still closed? What are you supposed to do?
But you still have that memory.
I still have that memory, and it was something that once I actually allowed myself and I had a little bit of practice, I remember feeling calm, and I remember feeling this peace. I enjoyed it as a 4-year-old.
That's amazing.
And so when I was 28, I needed help. And I didn't practice meditation throughout my life. I had a lot of drama, anxiety, stress, the common, what normal people do. And I tried therapy, but just for me, that just didn't resonate with me personally.
Right.
So I went back to meditation. That seed that my dad had planted so many years ago, I was like, you know what? I should give that a try and see if that will help. And surely it did.
It's amazing, and we talk about meditation a lot on this show. We have some wonderful people that discuss meditation, because there's some yoga teachers, and it's amazing that you're sitting here telling people how they can better their lives, because meditation isn't just about the stress of work. There's so many home stresses, which we have not really talked about on the show, that you're touching on right now. Divorce is a world shaker for kids. No matter how well you try to be an adjusted parent and make the adjustments for your kids, it's a world shaker, and so I love that you decided the best way to help yourself and help others is to do something about it for both of you at the same time. And we're going to take a commercial break, and then I got some more questions for you. So hang tight, and we'll be back after this.
High achieving students, internationally renowned faculty, and award-winning alumni. A 226-year history of excellence and a beautiful urban campus. The University of Pittsburgh.
Solano Community College transformed my life.
And gave me the opportunities I needed to succeed.
I received the same university caliber education.
I'm always looking at the wrong camera. I'll watch a show, and I'm always. Oh, hey! Welcome back to the morning coffee. I'm having some fun here with Tejal V. Patel. Maybe too much fun, but when you're doing good things in life, it shows, and you are certainly doing some good things in life. Now, she has put together the Mindful Mama Experience. It is a 5-day reset mindfulness challenge, and we were just talking about why you got involved with it. It's something that you could relate to as a child, and then working as an attorney, dealing with realizing that the kids in these divorces have got to be going through a lot. You wanted to help them out. So when you made the transition and you tapped into that first memory when your dad showed you about meditation and whatnot, were you just off and running? Was that, you were like, that's it, goodbye lawyer life? It took a little while?
It took a little while. You know, I recognized that I felt so good, but I couldn't just leave my career because I had no idea what I was going to do.
Right.
So,
feeling good doesn't get you paid,
no,
unfortunately.
No. But I definitely knew that I was meant to do something more beyond being a divorce attorney.
Right.
I started asking the big questions in life. Who am I? What am I meant to do? How am I supposed to serve in the world? And I remember listening to this podcast, driving between these different lawyers' offices, being a divorce mediator. I was listening to Oprah and Eckhart Tolle do a podcast on the new earth, awakening to your life's purpose.
Okay.
And that changed everything for me.
Really?
And I was deep into my meditation practice at this point, and I started hearing this voice, which I later knew was the voice of my intuition, my higher self.
Okay.
And the voice kept saying, become a kids yoga teacher. And it started off very silently. And then I was like, you're crazy. What am I going to do as a divorce attorney being a kids yoga teacher?
Resisted the voice.
Exactly.
Go
I was
away,
like,
boys.
you don't know what you're talking about. But it got louder and more
Okay.
persistent.
Okay.
And I couldn't avoid it. And I was like, all right, fine, I'll become a kids yoga teacher. So I just got certified, and I was like, well, now what? And my husband's like, you know, we do own 2 preschools. You could teach yoga at the schools. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I can do that. So that was 7 years ago.
Okay.
I started teaching and planting the seeds of meditation, mindfulness, and yoga through my Yoga Birdies program.
That's amazing.
And it's been transformational.
I hear it's taken off. Tell us about it.
It has. You know, parents come to me and they're like, you can get my kids to sit still for more than like 30 seconds. And I'm like, yeah, I can. And it's,
Did you hear this?
yes,
People out there?
you can.
It's possible.
It's possible.
And so they're coming to you amazed. Like, I can't believe that our kids are. Now, how is it that kids that are so active and how is it that they just take to it, that they understand that this is a different type of energy? I mean, how is it? Is it almost like intuitive with them, or?
They are connected.
Right?
They just don't have the outlet to express it. And I'll tell you something that surprised me. At the end of each class, I would ask them, and we play games. We incorporate breathing in a fun way. It's not all about like an adult yoga class where they're sitting silent for 30 minutes, because that's just not going to happen.
Right, yeah.
We incorporate it through play and conversations and reading books. And then at the end of class, we do a relaxation where there's calm music, and I teach them a breathing tool every single class, and they practice that. And I always ask them, what was your favorite part of class? And they're like, I liked the deep relaxation. We played games, and we had fun, and we did. They love the relaxation portion, and that's when I knew that if we give the opportunity for kids to have space to be still, they will take it and run with it. We just have to create and carve out that space for them.
Well, like you touched on it real quick. You were talking about you can't just put kids in the corner and sit down. They're not going to sit there, but you teach them that they're not sitting. They're relaxing. They're centering themselves. And so they will sit still, but they're doing something. And I've actually never heard of this before. I think it's genius. I think it's genius what you're doing. And so tell me about some of the reactions that you're getting from the parents. You mentioned one. What are some of the other reactions that you're getting?
So a lot of them, their kids are coming home and we create like different calming jars or they do different breathing exercises.
Okay.
Kids are becoming vigilant because they're tuned into your energy. They might not necessarily understand what the argument or the conversations they have or why you're stressed out, but they can feel your energy.
Absolutely.
And parents are so surprised when their child will come to them and be like, Mommy, I think you need to take a deep breath. You want to take breaths with me? Do you want to use my calming jar? And that, to me, their children are coming to them because they're aware of it. They want to help.
And they want to help.
And they're in tune. And we have to give our children more credit because they might not have the verbal skills to articulate how they may be feeling, but they understand. And they're absorbing everything around them. And I can say that from personal experience as well. Children are so in tune with emotions and energy and the experiences that are happening that they need an outlet for them to know that it's safe to feel emotions. It's safe that when I feel stressed out, I have something that I can go to that will help me.
Something other than lashing out or yelling out, because kids often, as we all know, will reflect the patterns of their parents. And then what you're teaching them is something that they can do with that energy, that wildness, or whatever's making them feel upset, and they can do something about it. And instead of them learning bad habits from the parents, I love that they're trying to show good habits to their moms and dads. And it's really fascinating to me that you're saying that kids are really open. They really are. They're kids. This is the point we're teaching them everything.
Yes.
Why not teach them yoga, how to better themselves at an early age?
Absolutely. They're so open. And I teach children between the ages of 3 and 8, and they're really open. They're willing to be silly, and they're not worried about how they look. So this is the prime age to get in and teach them these new things. And just like we teach them that you have to brush your teeth every day and take a shower, why can't we teach them that you can take 5 minutes to peacefully pause and breathe and to connect to yourself?
If we can get them to brush their teeth every day, we can get them to do 5 minutes of meditation. All right, so we'll be back with Tejal Patel right after this. Stay tuned.
Choosing the right fence for your home or business is an important decision to make. Choose a Nello fence for peace of mind. Our family has manufactured and installed beautiful maintenance-free fence for over 50 years. We provide vinyl, aluminum, and wood fence in a wide variety of styles and colors, including chain-link fence for commercial and residential. Call or visit our indoor showroom and ask for Steve Anello and see how 4 generations of combined experience mean that you'll get quality and service that can't be matched by any other fencing company, period. Call Anello Fence today for a free estimate.
Welcome back to Morning Coffee. I'm here with Tejal Patel, and she's talking about the Mindful Mama experience, the 5-day reset mindfulness challenge. And I just got to ask you, for the past 7 years, you've been teaching yoga, meditation, and mindfulness to children 3 and up, right? 3 and up.
Yeah.
Can you share one tip that parents can do to help calm down after like a meltdown?
Absolutely. So the first thing that they have to remember is that you have to plant the seeds before the meltdown happens. You can't expect them to be like, I see kids and their parents at the grocery store, and the parents like, you need to calm down, you need to take a deep breath. I'm like, that's not going to work in the midst of the meltdown.
Right.
You got to plant the seeds ahead of time.
Okay.
So what I suggest is you make it fun. You're introducing this to them when they're playing, when they're having fun, and they're not tired.
Right.
And so children at that age love physical, tangible things, because taking a deep breath, even for adults, it's like, what are you talking about? Like, they can't visualize it.
Right.
So the first thing when you're trying to teach children what it even means to take deep breaths, you model it with them, is like you take a deep breath in through your nose, and then you blow it out in your hand, like you're warming up your hands when it's a cold day.
Right.
You want them to physically feel that, oh, my breath has some power to it.
Right.
So
make it tangible. Like
there's something tangible to it.
Yes.
And so once they have that down, what I like to share is the candle breath. So different types of breath create a different experience in your body. So slow, deep breathing will allow you to calm your mind down, brings more oxygen into your body.
Right.
So for a child, it'd be like, all right, do you want to put on candles on your birthday cake? So let's put on 5 candles on your birthday cake.
Okay.
And you could do it based on their age, too. So if they're 3, you can put 3 candles up.
Okay.
So say for this, we're going to do 5.
Okay.
And say that you have your 5 candles, and you're going to blow out all the candles at once. What would you do?
Right.
So you do 1, 2, 3. They take a deep breath in. And then you're like, they close their hand. It's like, no, they were trick candles. Let's do it again.
Boom.
Yep, you're making it fun. So they're breathing, and they don't even know that they're breathing.
And they've already now learned how to do it.
Yes.
And then when it's freak out time in the supermarket,
Like,
let's blow out the
candles. How much? And you know what I tell moms? Pretend it's just you and your child in that moment. I think moms get caught up. Who's looking at me? How are people judging me? What are they thinking? You know, I have a toddler, and there are so many times wherever his meltdown happens, I will get down on his level, look him in the eyes, and do these different techniques. I will sing a song, and I don't care who's watching, who's judging me, what they're thinking. I've done it in airplanes and airports and grocery stores. You got to tune into your child and what their needs are.
Yeah, and you can't be so worried about what people are thinking. You're with your child. Yeah, you're doing something important in their life. And, you know, I want to touch on that you do something pretty amazing. Now, twice a year, you give people the opportunity to try your course out for free for 5 days. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so my course is called the Mindful Mama Experience, and this is an invitation because I know that this is not mainstream yet. Moms kind of feel daunting and scared to try meditation and mindfulness when nobody around them is doing it. So I give them the opportunity to try it for themselves, to learn how easy it is to infuse just 5 minutes of effortless pauses throughout their day. And the technique that I teach is specifically designed for moms. I weave mindful moments into tasks that you're already doing. So things like when you're brushing your teeth, or if you're opening doors, or if you're cooking dinner. These are all opportunities that you're doing rather mindlessly, where you could be caught up in your mind. And these are opportunities where I help you create a habit to breathe and to become centered. And so I want to give moms the opportunity to personally experience this. So on March 27th to March 31st, I have a free 5-day reset challenge coming up. And this is the crux of my course, the Mindful Mama Experience that I teach.
Okay. I mean, this is the big one.
This is, and I only launch my course 2 times a year. It's a live group coaching course where I walk moms through the 6 steps and the shifts to become a more mindful parent. And then when you have the foundation, you can then go teach your children these amazing skills and tools.
I think it's wonderful. Now, where can they go for this?
Yes, so you can go to my site at www.tejalvpatel.com, which is TEJALVPATEL. And then on the top navigation, you go to 5-day reset. You click on that, all the information for the challenge is there, enter your name and email, and everything that you need for the challenge will be directly sent to your inbox. You will join me and hundreds of other moms to have that support, that guidance that you need to take the first step to become the peaceful parent that you most desire to be. Because the reality is that if we desire to raise peaceful children, if we want to see a peaceful world for those children, we need to be peaceful first. And the way to do that is to be more mindful, to be more present, and to practice these tools in our daily life so that we can model it for our kids.
All right, well, Thajal, thank you for being on the program.
Thank you.
And sharing such wonderful wisdom that can help your life, your children's life. Get into it. Thajal V. Patel, the Mindful Mama Experience. We'll be back with more Morning Coffee after this.